Hey everyone! Hello, hello! We are live. I'm gonna post it on Instagram once it lets me. What? I hate Instagram. I uploaded a reel like 2 minutes ago on Instagram and it completely cut off half of my caption and didn't even put the rest on there. Deleted all of my caption, like all of my my hashtags and everything. Like, what? Why? It even misspelled one of my words. Like, that's kind of creepy, right? Sorry guys, let me just fix this real quick. I think Instagram is glitching. Let me just come back to it later. I don't have the energy. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be crocheting, of course, and chatting. I am currently working on a Fuggler pattern. So I have the bottom half of the Fuggler. I'm pretty much halfway through it. So I'm gonna be doing the rest of the body and then just like crocheting it closed and then kind of forming the body. But this is what it looks like so far. It's kind of big, honestly. But, you know, I've come to the conclusion that if there's something that I want to buy really badly that's really popular, I'm just gonna make my own first, because I made my own Labubu and that video went viral. So if I just keep making things that are going viral, then maybe I can get more views or something. I don't know. Get all my crochet stuff out. I literally didn't even get my crochet stuff out. But yeah, I'm making a Fuggler. I've been making the pattern. I have it typed out on my phone. Here. As I've been working on it, so. Honestly, I just followed what I do for like dolls. And instead of just like making a body, I'm just making it go straight up instead, so. And I'm using the new yarn that I got from Temu, this like really soft yarn. I don't even know, like. Well, I had the label in my bag, but oh, thank you, Linda. That's very sweet. But yeah, I'm trying to do my weekly live stream every Wednesday. Yes, my Switch 1 that I have not touched since I got my Switch 2. I have it sitting over here because my dock was over here. I also have a bunch of plastic and just random shit over here. It's honestly not very neat because I have all of my like packing supplies and everything that I use to pack stuff. I really like Fugglers too. Honestly, I've only ever seen them in person at Five Below. Like, I've seen the keychain ones. Mochi. Hey. Mochi's trying to sleep in my closet. For some reason, he really likes laying on my clothes. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm trying to remember what size hook I was using. I think I was using a 5, but I don't even think I typed it out. Oops. Yeah, I think I was using a 5. Ooh, you pre-ordered it? I haven't pre-ordered it, but I'm definitely gonna be buying it for sure. Let's put this over there, because that's cute. But I have to make 41 rows to finish the Fuggler. Because that's what I feel, or like 40 rows, what I feel like will be the best length. 50 different colors? Whoa. I haven't been to Walmart in a really long time, so I have not seen those. I've literally only seen like the little keychain sized ones, and I don't know why I didn't buy it, especially around Christmas time. There were so many of them at Five Below, and I was like, I need this. And I didn't grab it for some reason. I'm trying to make this one look like my favorite one, which is, I screenshotted it. Munch Munch version 3. I'm trying to make mine look similar to this, like the same shape, because this shape is pretty easy to do, so that's what I'm trying to make, like something similar to Munch Munch, because I like how he's not like super ugly. I watched a video of a YouTuber doing the demo, but I have not done the demo of Tomodachi Life, mainly just because I knew that I would love it so much that if I got started with it. Okay, let me try to edit. Okay, why is it doing that? I'm just gonna delete the reel and repost it because that really pisses me off. Instagram has been doing that to me lately, is I'll post a reel and it'll post on my end and show that it's working, but it won't post to anybody at all, even though the privacy settings are public. It won't post to anybody, or it'll misspell my caption and make the caption look like I don't know how to spell, and it'll delete all of my hashtags and everything. So I have to delete the reel and republish it almost every single time. And I don't know if it's just like my phone or if it's Instagram, but it only does it on Instagram, so I'm assuming it's Instagram. But it's probably because like all of these apps aren't optimized to work as well with social media apps as like Apple phones are. But yeah, I just uploaded a video to my grooming, my dog grooming. I have to say dog grooming because I forget that like grooming is a crime. So I'm like, I'm a groomer. I mean dog groomer. But I have a dog grooming TikTok and Instagram. It's Alyssa and Grooms. And I just posted a new TikTok. So if you guys want to go watch it and support my TikTok, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my dog grooming TikTok because, well, it's my job. So I'm trying to just grow more in my actual like physical job. So I'll try to re-upload that later because Instagram hates me, but I posted it on TikTok and it seems to be working. So anyways, both on Instagram, it's Alyssa and Grooms. And I have pictures and videos of my dog grooming. And then same on TikTok. I think you could type in Alyssa and Pets too, because it's my old Alyssa and Pets account. I have a couple of guinea pig. Okay, were you guys here when I went live last week and I talked to you guys about like the really niche dog grooming drama that's been going on? Well, there's been some updates on it, and since a lot of you guys are not dog groomers, that you don't keep up with all of that, but basically since last week that I've talked with you guys, a little bit more has come out. So basically there was like rumors that the CEO of Funky Poodle was like sexually harassing a minor, right? But there wasn't any proof of it. The minor had not come out and said anything, which they do not have to, of course. So people were just kind of being like, okay, well, these are rumors. Like, you can't necessarily like know that it's true. Hi, Aubrey. But the minor, she was 14, I believe, when she started working for the CEO of Funky Poodle. She came out with her proof, showing all of the text messages, explaining what happened with her, and they're gross. Like, keep in mind, this guy's like in his 50s. He hired a 14-year-old to work for him, be an ambassador for Funky Poodle, because she is a dog groomer, even though she's like 17 now. And the text messages are really, really gross. He's like saying things like, just wait till you're 18, just making like really sexual innuendos towards her. you know, just saying things like, when you get older, you'll find out what I mean by this, like just really creepy, like gross stuff. And she showed like all of the text messages and everything like that. So once she came out with that, of course, all of the social media team of Funky Poodle, they quit, even though they've been defending him nonstop for the past like 2 weeks and like attacking anybody online that said anything bad about him. They quit, and then Funky Poodle completely shut down their entire business. Like, I don't even know if the website is still up. Let me see. But I know their social medias are down. Okay, their website is still up, but apparently, oh no, it's not. You click it and it says opening soon. So they completely shut down their website. They completely shut down all of their social media, and they're just not talking about it. And now all of the social media team that's been like defending him online and stuff, they're just online now acting like nothing ever happened. And it's really crazy. So yeah, that's what's happened in the past week. I'm very proud of that miner for like coming out and like showing her proof, since so many people were saying that she was lying. She was like, okay, if you're gonna say that I'm lying, then I'm gonna show you the proof of it. And she showed that proof, and now everybody feels stupid for not believing her or just saying that it was just a rumor and stuff. So I'm really glad that this saga has come to an end, because I'm really tired of seeing it online, like all of the social media team being like, we're the victims and all of this, like we were manipulated into believing him, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, I personally, if a miner is coming out with like weird accurate details of what he's done to me, my first thought is not to defend him, but whatever. They're playing victims online right now, but if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. So that's what happened with that this past week. If anybody was just wondering, you know, how that's been going. Dobby, why? My parents have been like, my family dog, I'm changing subjects now, but my family dog is very untrained. Like, my family, my parents have done a terrible job at training our family dog, because we got her and then I moved out like a year later. So like any training that I did with her, she completely forgot. My parents spoil her to the point that she can do whatever she wants. She is extremely aggressive. She's drawn blood on multiple people. My parents literally let her do whatever she wants. And keep in mind, she's like a 3-pound chihuahua. So like when she attacks people, it doesn't really hurt, like you can't feel it, but like she can still do damage on people who have like really thin skin and stuff. But my parents never trained her. They let her do whatever she wants. She's awful. And since now I'm working full time, my mom is the one that is watching my dogs for me when I'm at work. And now they've like, she's done things with my dogs that have like untrained what I have trained into them. And I keep telling her, stop doing this, because I have trained them to be this certain way, and now you're doing things that are untraining them and making them worse. Like, stop doing this. Like, for example, my dogs never ever begged for food while I'm eating. That is like the number one thing that I really hate when dogs do, is like when you're eating and they're like right under you, like trying to get your food, or they're right under your feet trying to catch everything that like you're dropping. I hate when dogs do that. I think it's just, it's annoying. So I've trained my dogs not to be that way. I trained that they're not near me when I'm eating. I've trained where they're not sitting under my feet while I'm eating. I've trained that into them. And now every single time my mom eats, she gives my dogs food. Every single time. And I tell her, stop doing it. Stop giving them food. I'm like, you are untraining what I have trained into them their entire lives. Like, they're 7 years old. I've taught them for 7 years now not to do that. And my mom will not stop. And she thinks it's funny. She's like, oh, well, I've kind of trained them into doing this now. So now every single time somebody eats in the house, my dogs are like climbing on you, trying to get the food. And like, I've told her, I've yelled at my mom. I've been like, stop doing this. Like, I'm telling you, these are my dogs. Respect my boundaries. Stop doing it. And she will not stop doing it. And it's like actually making me go insane. And now, same thing with going outside. I let my dogs run around outside whenever I can. Like, if I'm at home, I'll sit outside with them. I'll let them run around in the yard. I'll take them for walks. Like, that is fine. But every single time my dog walks to the door, my mom lets them go outside. And that means that my dogs are going to walk to the door every 5 minutes because they want to run around outside. So now, Dobby is in my bedroom crying at the door because she wants to go run around outside even though she was just out there, because she knows that somebody is going to let her outside if she whines and cries and cries and cries. And it's driving me insane because the past 7 years I have trained them to be a certain way, and now after like 4 months of living with other people, they've completely destroyed everything that I've trained into them, and it's actually driving me insane. Like, it makes me want to cry and like scream out of anger because I tell them like respect my boundaries with my pets and they just don't. It's like, why? So Dobby's literally just like sitting in my room crying, and she's never been that way. Like, she doesn't do that. Yeah, and it's like, and I'm not going to be able to break the behavior either if my mom keeps doing it when I'm not home. You know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to give a dog food every single time you're eating. First of all, it's bad for their stomachs. Like, my dogs already have really sensitive GI tracts too. And like, she thinks it's so funny. She's like, oh, I think I did that to them, haha. And I'm like, okay, well, you don't think it's funny when they're climbing on top of you while you're trying to eat. Like, it's like, I just don't think it's cute. I don't think it's cute when dogs are like climbing all over your face trying to lick you while you're eating. I think it's like, I don't know why people don't train their dogs not to do that, because I think that's just really gross. Like, you're eating food, your dog eats shit, like, get out of my face while I'm eating, you know? Like, my dog licks my other dog's butthole. Like, you want that on your food? I don't know why she's crying. Ugh. No. Okay. I put them in their playpen because usually, unless they train that out of them too, my dogs are quiet in their playpen because that's their safe space. So I'm gonna hope that she calms down in there, but because also, like, since my mom is home all the time, they're never in their crate anymore either, which is fine. But it's like they also don't like going in their playpen anymore because they're never like put in it. So I'm like, you wonder why the family dog is so terrible, is because you literally have not even tried to train her in any capacity. Yeah, like, my cats are not allowed to be on the kitchen counter, walking on the dining room table. Like, they know they're not supposed to. If they do it, they take one look at me and I'll look at them and they jump down immediately. I don't want your, like, dirty litter poop paws all over the kitchen counter. Like, that's really gross. And, like, people say you can't train cats. You can absolutely train cats. Like, obviously it's not as easy as training dogs, but you definitely can. I really like this yarn. I wish I wouldn't have thrown away the label. It's super soft. And I like that it's like ombre. Like, I love my animals so much. And like, when they lick me in the face when they're excited and stuff like that, doesn't bother me. It's just particularly when I'm eating is when it bothers me. That's it. Because like, they could also eat something that they're not like supposed to eat and they can get really sick. You know what I mean? Like, what if my parents were eating grapes? You know? And then like one grape fell because she jumps on your plate. And then your dog's dead, you know what I mean? Like, Oh, thank you, Kinsey, for following. I got the notification on my grooming accounts. Some cats are harder to train than others, but most of mine, especially Claudine, she knows. Like, I'll just take a look at her and she jumps down. We've started grooming cats at work. Only if they like need it though, like cats that get like full shave downs. I personally wouldn't fully shave down a long-haired cat. I would just brush them, but a lot of people get long-haired cats and then fully shave them down, which I guess. Yeah, like people that say like, oh, I hate cats, like you can't train them, they don't listen to you. That is not true. I've had cats my entire life and they do listen to you and they're incredibly smart. You can train cats. They just listen differently. Y'all can't even see what I'm crocheting. Put it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, people do it a lot more than you would expect. And then you'll ask like, well, some cats also don't groom themselves for some reason. Or they're like too fat. I've noticed a lot of the cats that come down for full shave downs are just not grooming themselves because they're way too fat, which is sad. I've pretty much only trained my cats not to jump on the kitchen counters and the dining room table. That's the only two places that I feel like are like important for me. Yeah, bacon is like way too greasy for an animal to have often, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, on the stove too, for sure. Mainly just because of safety. I'm like actually trying to crochet because I feel like whenever I go live on YouTube, hi Sarah, I talk way more than I'm actually crocheting, and my market is June 6th, so I literally officially have, what is it, April, May, I have 2 months to get all this done, and I'm honestly not even really doing this for the market. I'm making a pattern for this, but I'm gonna sell these at the market. Just a couple of Fugglers to see if they do well. Hello. Is it Renee? Rena? Sorry, it's kind of hard to read usernames sometimes. What time is it in Germany right now? Some yarn is kind of hard to work fast with. Like whatever yarn this is, I think it's like wool. I can't crochet as fast, but like when I use acrylic, I can crochet really fast. You know what? I should put this right here so you guys can see it as I crochet. There. The way I literally don't read, I have to really think hard when it comes to military time. Because, like, we don't use that here. Yes, get to market prepping, Kate. Market prep with me, even though I'm not even making anything for the market right now. Yes, I do really like the yarn holder. I did have to re-glue like the magnets back inside of this with hot glue, but once I glued it in, it's perfectly fine. But for some reason the magnets were not glued in properly, so I need to glue the other one in because the other one broke too. But like honestly, for the price, it's pretty great. I also put my hook in here, and then when I'm working on patterns or when I'm like watching something, I'll put my phone right here and I'll watch stuff. Oh, that's fine. You could use military time. It takes me a little while to like read it because I mean, I'm pretty sure military time is used like pretty much everywhere else in the world other than like America, right? I don't know. I was never taught military time either. I know it's not that hard, but what I'm gonna do with this Fuggler is I think I'm gonna try to needle felt the teeth on, because I needle felted my Labubu and I just really liked the way that it looked. So I think needle felting onto crochet is kind of like a new favorite thing that I like to do. I also wish I had my glasses right now, but I think I left them in the car. Oh, hi creature, how are you? Yeah, sometimes YouTube does that to me. I'll like start watching a live stream, but it'll take me back to the beginning of their live stream and I just realize I'm like an hour behind. I'm like, oops. And my dog is barking. I do still diamond paint. Actually, me and my sister are working on, I don't know where it is. Me and my sister are working on this diamond painting right now. Me and my sister did the bottom of this. Kind of hard to see the sparkles on this camera, but we took a little break because we've both just been too busy, but yes, I still diamond paint. I just haven't posted a video on it or anything. probably should post another like 24-hour diamond painting video, because that one that I did a couple years ago was actually one of my highest viewed videos for a while. But I'm tired of like filming everything that I'm doing, so it was kind of nice to just diamond paint and not have to worry about like content or anything. And me and my sister were doing it together, so we'll finish it eventually. How does the counter on your finger work? Literally it just has a button on it, and every single time you finish a row you just click the button and then it counts it. So as you can see, I'm on row 34 right now, and then you can reset it by pressing the little button and it'll reset back to 0. That's all it does. I think it was like $3. It's well worth the money. I'm trying to get to row 40 because I think that'll be like a good length. 40 or 41, because I feel like that one extra row will be good for crocheting it together and still keeping the length. So I think I'll do 41. So I'm almost there. But after I write out this pattern, I'm gonna have to make it again to make sure that the pattern I wrote is right, and to also take pictures, film it, make a YouTube video, everything, which takes a really long time. It takes so long to film crochet tutorials because you have to basically film you crocheting the entire time, which is like hours and hours of footage. The diamond painting is from Diamond Art Club. I have a coupon code. If you use the code Alyssa20, you get 20% off your order, which is actually a really big discount. Most companies do not do 20%. So if you ever want something, Diamond Art Club is my favorite diamond art website because their diamond paintings are so high quality. Like, they feel so nice. They look so nice. So I pretty much only recommend them at this point, and they also don't use AI. They pay real artists to make the diamond paintings, so. I also got this gigantic white table behind me from them. I don't know if they still sell them because they were Joann's overstock tables that they were gonna sell at Joann's, and then Joann's closed down, so they had a bunch of extra ones, but it folds out and it's big enough for like those gigantic diamond paintings, but I've been using it for like all of my craft stuff. I think I have Diamond Art Club linked in the description box too. Do I still sew? I hand sew more than I use my sewing machine. But yes, I'm trying to learn more on the sewing machine. Honestly, I'm just too lazy to get out my sewing machine half the time because, like I said in my last live stream, I feel very claustrophobic in my bedroom. Switch to Game Fun from Charlotte. Oh, thank you so much. I know, I need to... I think the next game I'm gonna buy is Tamagotchi Life. I don't know when the next Pokemon game comes out. Winds and Waves comes out... Oh, that comes out next year? I thought it came out this year. Okay, well. That's dumb. Well, I won't even want to play it next year, but... Tamagotchi Life comes out April 16th. Oh my god, that's like next week. I'm so excited. So that's probably the next game I'm gonna buy for sure. Oh my gosh, yeah. Kindle sleeves are really easy to make. It's just like, it honestly takes a lot of yarn and it's kind of tedious, but at least you're just doing like a rectangle the entire time. So you don't really have to think. You can just like really quickly crochet them. I love Pocopia. I have not played it this week because honestly I've gotten very overwhelmed by the game. Like, there are so many different worlds, and like the whole preface of the game, right, is to decorate. So when you don't have like the inspiration to decorate, because honestly you beat the main storyline pretty quickly, and then I kind of want to beat the main storyline so I can get Magnemite, because once you get Magnemite then you can fly around and build while you're flying, which would be way easier than having to like stack blocks to to get things where you need them to be. Also, thank you, Kate, for buying my Kindle sleep pattern. I did get the notification that it was bought by somebody, so I guess that was you. Okay, we're getting closer to the Fuggler shape. It's gonna be a big Fuggler. Kind of. Maybe not big, maybe more like medium-sized. Yeah, there's literally like 4, maybe more, like sections, because there's like Pallet Town, there's like a sky town or something. Then there's like the town where you build electricity. I don't remember what it's called, but there is like way too much to do in the game that it's made me like feel a little burnt out from playing it so much, because I've already put 30 hours into the game like the first week, which is a lot for me. So I put so many hours into it, and then I still haven't even unlocked like even a percentage of the game, honestly. What do you sell your finished product at? It does depend on what yarn I use. Typically when I make Kindle sleeves, I do use like chunky polyester yarn, which is more expensive. So I usually sell mine anywhere from 30 to 40. Usually when I sell my Kindle sleeves like as customs, I sell them for like 35. So if you can make them really fast, then you could sell them for 20, but I personally think that they're more $30, $35. But it also depends on where you live, because some people just don't want to spend that, which I don't think that's pricey at all, but people like to tell me that I price my stuff too high, even though people are buying it, so it's not too high if people are buying it. I think the Switch 2 was worth the money for like the happiness that it's given me, but some people would also say it's not worth the money. I honestly think it's a really great system. I do think that the screen and everything are really nice. The specs that it comes with, I think, is not great for the price. But at the end of the day, it's given me a lot of happiness, so. Yeah, like 30, 35. If you're selling in person, maybe 30. I typically sell online, so I usually up the price to like help cover for fees and stuff. But usually when you're selling in person, people are paying for cash or with cash, you know? So I don't even know like what I'm gonna, like if there's gonna be a lot of people at the event that I'm doing. I really don't know. I'm just doing it for the love of the game, honestly. Because I'm literally going to be probably crocheting up till the day of the event. I'll probably be crocheting at the event. I also want to crochet myself like an outfit to wear to the event too, like some overalls. It's going to be hot because it's going to be June in Georgia. It's going to be like 100 degrees. So I kind of want to crochet myself some like overalls, like overall shorts, like a jumper to wear like a tank top underneath it. I want to wear that, but that means I would have to take time away from making stuff for the booth. And making clothing does take a pretty long time, so. Hi, Angie. I've only ever made myself like 2 crochet pieces, but they're both sweaters, and it'll be way too hot. Yeah, I mean, there have been, I don't know if y'all have seen, there's been some markets that are making crochet artists prove that they're making their own items. Like, you have to film a video of your face and your hands, like, physically making your products from beginning to end for, like, the bigger markets, because, people are buying crocheted pieces for super cheap on, like, AliExpress, and then they're selling them as, like, handmade items when they actually didn't make them. Yeah, I made a mesh shirt, but it's still long sleeves, and it's also made out of wool. So even though it's like mesh material, like it has holes in it, it's still like super hot. Especially with like how much I'll be sweating. I'm gonna try to be outside more this summer, but pots and heat don't really mix, so when I get really hot in the sun, I get like really miserable. Okay, I'm 2 rows away. Probably could have used like a 3.5mm hook and made this way smaller, but I don't know, I want a big Fuggler. Yeah, it's like super hot even now, and like the bugs have been really bad this year, and the pollen has been really bad. Like, the pollen has been so bad for my little sister that she has been like having rashes on her face from like touching pollen on like the drive-through window at work and then like touching her face. She has like a whole rash like going down her face. Like the pollen has been terrible. I walk outside and I feel like I can't breathe. It's so hot. And like it's not even close to summertime heat. Like, oh my god, it gets so hot here. Obviously it doesn't get as hot as like Arizona or like, I don't know, Arkansas. Where does it get really hot? Texas? But it still gets to like 110. Yeah, I can't even imagine with asthma having to deal with that. I've been taking like a daily allergy pill every morning, and that seems to be helping me a lot because I actually think I'm allergic to all the different hair at work, because when I'm at work my nose runs really bad and I get like this really thick like phlegm in my throat when I'm at work. And I've been taking an allergy pill every morning and that's been helping with that. I don't get like the thick phlegm in my throat, but it still doesn't really help all the way. Like my nose still runs like a lot. My favorite temp is like 65 to like 71 degrees. It's like warm but still a little like breezy. That's my favorite temp. Hi, Marla. Bye, Holly. I kind of already talked about the Switch a little bit earlier, but I do really love both. I've also completed all of the Super Mario World cups, which means I unlocked the like World Cup or whatever, which had Rainbow Road on it, and the new Rainbow Road is actually crazy. I also tried to play online play on Super Mario or Mario Kart World, and I was so bad at it. Happy birthday! You still have snow? What the hell? That's crazy. You know, it's kind of crazy how we all live in just different parts of the world. And like here, I'm like, oh, it's so hot. And like people are like, I have snowbanks in my backyard. It's like, what do you mean? So you're allergic to everything, basically. Have I read any good books lately? Unfortunately, no. I have read one book this year. One book. The new Shield of Sparrows book came out yesterday. So that is my next plan on like the book to read next. Is to read, I think, Rights of the Starling, I think is what it's called. But I'm waiting, I want to listen to the audiobook because then I can listen to it at work. Because I'm pretty sure I listened to the audiobook for the first book, or maybe I read it physically because I have it physically. Yeah, I bought the physical book because I have the first book physically, so I was like, of course I need to buy the second one physically. And I'm pretty sure I bought the one that has the special edition edges to match the first one that I have, so we'll see. I've been kind of in like a reading mood like this past week, so I feel like I'm just giving my brain a little bit of time to like want to read, and then I'll start reading again, because if I jump into trying to read right now, I think I'll just go back into a reading slump. But I have read one book this year. But that happens to me every year. Like, January through, like, April, I'll read nothing. And then, like, the rest of the year, I'll read, like, 30 books a month. I just have to, like, get out of that weird funk. Because, like, I don't know. Seasonal depression is weird. Oh, you're in Canada? I mean, that kind of explains it a little bit better. I don't know if there's still snow, like, up north in the United States. Probably. I don't know. Where is there a lot of snow in the United States? Michigan? Is there a lot of snow in Michigan? New York? I don't know. For some reason, when I think of snow, I think of, like, Alaska. And I don't know why I think of Michigan. I don't even know if it snows in Michigan. Does it? Yeah, honestly, with, like, all of my hobbies, I think it's just my, like, weird thing that I do is, like, I have a lot of hobbies, but I have to be in the mood to do specific hobby. So I'll go through a phase where, like, a couple months I'm obsessed with, like, my dolls, and I want to just only watch content and do stuff with my dolls. And then for a couple months I'll be obsessed with reading. For a couple months I'll be obsessed with video games. For a couple months I'll be obsessed with crochet. And I just go through, like, monthly phases where, like, I'll work on 2 things at a time. So typically I'll be crocheting and reading at the same time, or, like, playing video games and, like, watching movies at the same time. Like, I'll try to do, like, 2 of my hobbies at the same time because I can't decide what I want to do. It was, like, kind of chilly last night. Like, when I took my dogs out this morning, it was a little cold, but yeah, phases. Like, I go through phases of, like, what I want to do. I am making a Fuggler. If you don't know what a Fuggler is, I'll show you. They're not for everyone, but they are for me. They're like these weird, fugly looking toys. I don't know, I love them. And they have some that are, like, branded. Like, I know they have SpongeBob ones. Apparently they have Powerpuff Girl ones, which I think is really funny, actually. But I like this little guy. They're just really silly. I don't know why I love them so much. I just think they're so funny. But yeah, I'm trying to make a crochet one. And then I'm gonna make the teeth. Honestly, what I could do is make the teeth out of clay and then make the clay look all, like, shiny like they are teeth and then glue them on, but that's too much work. So I'm probably just gonna needle felt some teeth on. I'm gonna make mine, I'm gonna try to make mine look kind of like this one, but, like, less teeth. Like, I'm probably only gonna do, like, 2 to 4 teeth. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an eyeball in and then, like, put felt over the eyes. I don't know if I'll make clothes, but I'm gonna try to make one with that shape. Yeah, they're called Fugglers, which is honestly a crazy name, but my process for creating patterns, honestly, it's a bit different per pattern. Usually what I do is I just start crocheting what is in my head, and then as I'm working, I'll, like, type out or I'll write down what I'm doing, and then, like, if that row doesn't work, then I'll just delete it and then try again. And then I'll just keep building and working on the pattern until I have the right thing. And then once I've typed out, like, the rough draft of the pattern, then I'll go back, I'll follow the pattern that I wrote and make it again, and then correct anything that needs to be corrected. And then usually I'll do it again. I usually try to do it at least 3 times before, like, posting it. I know a lot of people pay for pattern testers, but I personally just haven't seen people have great luck with pattern testers. Like, you have to kind of rush pattern testers and give them a certain amount of time to get things done, and I just don't want to have to deal with that, you know? So I personally don't use pattern testers. Some people do. And I'll just make it like 3 times, and then the 3rd time I'll follow the pattern. I'll type it out, like the final draft. I'll type out the final draft. I'll take pictures as I'm making it to add it to the pattern. And then after that, I take all my final pictures, add it to the pattern. I'll edit the pattern on Canva to have like my watermarks on it and just make it look prettier. And then I will upload it to Etsy. So it's usually like, it usually takes me like 2 to 3 weeks to like fully finish a crochet pattern, unless I'm making something super small and easy like those chapstick holders. Like when I did the chapstick holder tutorial on TikTok, I filmed that in like an hour, and then it took about 30 minutes for me to edit it, and then I uploaded it. So it just depends on what I'm making, but like for something like this, typically it takes me a couple weeks to make it, because I have to make like a couple of them to make sure that my pattern is right before I sell it, because I never want to sell something that's not right. Yeah, the clay teeth. I don't even know if I have any clay. I don't even think I have any clay anymore. If I do, it's probably stupidly in my storage unit. Are you making the pattern for the Fuggler you're making? Yeah, I'm making a pattern. Honestly, it's really, really easy too. Like, I just did what I do for dolls, doll feet, but I just made it wider. And then I'm just going straight up. Like, I just did a couple of increases for a couple of rows, and then I stopped, and I'm just going straight up now. And then after that, I'm just gonna be making the arms, and that's it. And like decorating the face. But this is really easy. Like this, I feel like this will definitely be beginner friendly. Yeah, I don't know how other people make patterns. I don't know if that's like a weird way to do it. Because I've never actually watched any videos on like people explaining how they make their own patterns. That's just how I've always done it. Because like I can, I guess. Sometimes I'll write out like what I think I'll start it off with. Like I'll say like magic ring, put 6 single crochets in a magic ring, do a couple increasing rows. Like I'll write stuff like that down, but I won't like fully type out what I'm doing until I like just test it out with my hands first, because I can't really just like write out a pattern without like looking at it. Like I know that like this is 6 single crochets that's been increased for a couple of rows, just because I've been crocheting for so long that I know when I see this, that's what it is. And I also know when I see this, that this was a back loop only situation. But like, that's just because I've been crocheting for a long time, that I can like look at stitches and like know what it is. Yeah, it's interesting to see how like each person does things when it comes to like patterns and like crochet tutorials and stuff, because everybody's is like slightly different. A granny square blanket? I really want to make a granny square blanket, but I don't know if I have the patience for it. And I feel like I'll just have a bunch of granny squares laying everywhere instead of actually like working on it. Okay. Should I do one more row? Maybe one more row. Because if I like single crochet this together now, it's gonna cut it off there. I think I just need one more row. Just a little bit more. Because before I sew it together, I'm gonna put the eyeballs on and everything. At least the eyeballs. I think I'm just gonna put the eyeballs because the rest of the stuff is just gonna be glued on. Or, needle felted on. Let me see. Actually, I'll probably sew on the felt eyes because it looks like on the original Fugglers, like they look like they're sewn around right here. So I'll probably cut a hole in the circle. As you can see, they're kind of like, I could put little felt ears too. I don't know if I'll do that, but you could see where it's like sewn. So I think I might actually sew them on because I think it'll look more real. I hope to get to the level of being able to look at projects and can tell what stitches are what. It takes a little while, but like it's really not too bad. Once you've been doing it for a while, you can look at a stitch and tell what it is usually. I mean, there's a lot of stitches that I don't even know. Like, I could do them if you told me how to do them, but like there are so many crazy stitches out there. I have a book that I got from the thrift store that is just full of like 300 different crochet stitches that exist. Like there's crazy like lace trim type stitches. I did the spider stitch on my crochet cardigan. Like there are so many different types of stitches out there that I don't even know what they are. So hello. I also need to figure out if I want to do like sparkly eyeballs or if I just want to make it look, because like this pink one is going to be like my personal Fuggler. Like this is the one that I'm going to keep for myself, and this is the one that I might put into the state fair this year. I need to find a book like that. Let me see if I can. I think the book is on my bookshelf. I could show you which one I'm talking about in case you want to buy it. I got it from a thrift store, but I think it's on Amazon. Okay, this is the one that I got from the thrift store. It's the complete photo guide to crochet. As you can see, it's huge. And it's literally just full of, you can see different stitches and designs. And it tells you how to make it, and then it also has like the chart. But as you can see, there are like, so like interlaced shells, padded clusters, double crochet thermal stitch, what? Single crochet thermal stitch, star stitch, like I've never done any of this. Cable loops, mock weaving, like it has so much in here. Shows you how to make certain like outfits and scarves and stuff too. I think this book is kind of old, because it used to be $25, but I feel like it'd probably be more now. How old is this? This is from 2010, so it's pretty old, but like posies in a row, braided lace, sidebars, like I don't know what any of this is, but like I could follow this and make it, but it's just crazy. The ripple granny, the bobble ripple. peacock fan. Post and shells. That looks pretty. It's like shell stitches in between like posts. That's cool. Double crochet lace, textured, single crochet, half double, double crochet combo, beehive stitch, cross hatch. But yeah, it's pretty old. It tells you like how to do pockets. It has like a lot. It shows you how to weave in your ends, how to like weave things together, how to do seams. Like, it's a really, really good book. Let me see if it's on Amazon actually. I got it for like $2 at the thrift store. I saw it and I was like, thank you. Okay, the second edition, this is the first edition, but the second edition is on Amazon Kindle Unlimited for free, but you can buy a used paperback for $9 on Amazon. I'm sure you can find it on thrift books too, but it looks like it's pretty cheap. So the second edition is from 2014. Doesn't look like the 2010 one is on here. Oh yeah, it is. You can get it used for $7. So, hella cheap. I honestly recommend this because I think it's good for beginners that know how to read patterns, because you have the picture but you also have like a good written out pattern too. So I feel like this is a really good type of book for beginners. But that's also a fun book to have, that like if you're trying to like make a new blanket, or you want to try out new stitches by like making a blanket, then you can like do a bunch of different stitches to learn and then just like make a blanket out of it, and then you've just learned like a bunch of random stitches. I have a couple of books like that back there, but that one's definitely like my favorite one, and I also like that it's spiral too. I don't know why. I just really like the format of this because you can like very easily like fold it like a textbook. It's just like, it's really nifty. I don't know, like this, I've referenced back to this book several times since getting it, and it's a really good book, so. But I didn't realize it would be so cheap online too. It's only $7, so definitely buy it. Not sponsored. Imagine being sponsored by something that came out in 2010. I was 12 when that book came out. I like to collect crochet books too. I have a lot of them. I brought all of my crochet books with me when I moved because I was like, I reference back to those all the time. I feel like one day I should do like a Patreon exclusive video or something where I just show like my crochet collection or book collection or something. Okay, I'm almost done. We're in the middle though, so I need to, like, I can't stop in the middle here even though we've started in the middle. So I'm gonna go like down, and then I'm gonna single crochet the head together. And then what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to like take the end and like push it through to make the ears look kind of like rounded by like pulling the thread through. Like, does that make sense? I think that's what I'm gonna do. But first, okay, let me finish this row. Need to figure out what rows to put the eyeballs into. Let me go to the end of this row first. Oh, did everybody have a good Easter? That was this past weekend. Oh, Bree, thank you! Thank you so much. I always, my head always like whips up when I hear that noise because I'm like, what is that noise? Thank you so much for the donation. That's so sweet. I really need to get another capture card so I can actually stream Pocopia to you guys. But I lost my capture card. Honestly, it's really old anyway, so I need a new one because my old capture card barely even films in HD, so... Okay, so I crocheted to the end of the row. And now I'm gonna get my eyeballs out. All of my new eyeballs that I got from Temu, I'm gonna find what eyeball I like the most. So I'm gonna see what rows to put them in. Sometimes what I like to do is when I want to figure out where to put eyeballs, I'll put stitch markers where I think I want to put the eyeballs, and then it kind of gives me an idea if it looks good or not. So I'll just take like 2 stitch markers like this, and then I'll like hook them into where I want them. I need to look at a real Fuggler. Let me look at the real Fuggler to see how far apart their eyes are. They're kind of close, honestly. Because they don't have noses. It's kind of like doing a piercing. I gotta count how many that is to... To everybody who just now started watching, if you could go to my Alyssa and Grooms TikTok and watch my newest video and like it for me, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my dog grooming account. That dog was swimming in lava. Okay. Alyssa in Grooms is the account. I don't know why I clicked TikTok. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm looking at a video of a Fuggler too to try to see like their shape. Trying to figure out like the best way to do the eyeballs, but I guess that's like a pretty good. But now I have to count how many rows that is to tell you in the pattern. So God, I don't even know how many rows that is. I should have counted. Well, no, I could start from the top up here because that was 41. So 40, 39, 38. Oh God. 40, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, row 29. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stitches apart. It'd be easier to explain on a video, but oh, accidentally clicked. Hi, Shubu. You should stream Tomodachi Life. Yes, if I get a capture card, I definitely will. It'll be more fun to stream a game like that anyway. Okay, I need to get all my eyeballs. So I got all of these eyeballs from Temu. Gotta figure out what size eyeball to use. That is the issue too, because like, I don't know how to measure these eyeballs to figure out like what size to tell people. But so I guess with the sparkly, oh, you just put it behind. So when you see eyeballs like this that have like sparkles in them, it looks like you literally just push the eyeball into this sparkly thing like that, and then it makes the sparkly eyeball. Ooh! I want to do that. Okay, let me figure out. I don't see any pink sparkles, unfortunately. Should I do, well, I feel like I don't need to do super big eyeballs because they're going to be covered by felt anyway. I wish I had pink. Sorry guys, I'm making hard decisions on what colors I want right now. $40 capture card. Ooh, that's affordable. Is that pink? No, it's not. I got blue, orange, green, red. No pink? Maybe I'll just do orange. I feel like these eyeballs are kind of little though. Yeah, these are too little. Let me make sure I didn't get any more sparkly eyeballs from Temu, because I feel like I did get a lot of sparkly eyeballs, and I feel like I can barely move over here. Ah! You can wonder why I feel claustrophobic. I can't move at all. Like, why is my yarn winder right here? Okay, I might just do these big eyeballs because now I can't find the backs to all of these. These are pretty big. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, these are a good size because then they'll be like this, plus with the felt around them to make them look like they're squinting, because in my opinion, I feel like Fugglers look like they're super high. I think that's why I like them. But I also got this thing from Temu, which pushes the back onto. So we're gonna see if it works. Looks like a clamp to like pierce your ears or something. Okay, I think they put these for like bigger eyeballs. I guess we'll see. I don't really know. Maybe these go on both ends. Okay, let's try. Oh my god, did y'all see that? They just spill everywhere. Why were they upside down? Alright. I'm gonna try to put the eyeballs. One thing too is like when you use a really tight stitch and you try to put eyeballs in the stitches, it's kind of hard because you have to kind of like break your crochet. There we go. All right, there's one eyeball. And I'm not gonna put the back on yet because I'm gonna put both of the eyeballs on just to make sure that it looks even and it looks okay. You are an hour and a half late, but you're not too late. Like, you're not late enough where I'm like, bye. Okay. Here's the eyeballs. Feel like it looks pretty good. They're probably like maybe one stitch to the left off, but they're not supposed to be pretty. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna try to use this thing and see if it works. Am I doing it right? Maybe I do it this way. Alright, this is stupid. I'm just using my damn fingers. This is why I don't use these dumbass tools. Okay. Sorry. I just got mad. Cause like, what the fuck? Alright. My fingers have never failed me. There's the eyeball. And now... should I do the felt around the eyeballs like the same color, or should I do like a warm shade color? like orange or yellow, a dark pink. Oh my god. I need to get my felt out of the living room so I can cut little felt squares. I mean, not squares. Ooh, squares would be unique. Little felt circles. And then I need to, I don't even know where my sewing stuff is. I literally tried to organize all of this, but here's the colorful eyes I was talking about, but these are really little, so. I know the other day I literally saw my sewing stuff. That's what's really annoying. It's like, I know I saw it recently, but I don't know where I saw it. I don't know where my sewing stuff is. Does anybody else do this, or is my brain just like particularly annoying? Because I don't even know. I used to have some needles in here, but I don't. Oh my god, I'm gonna crash out. That is so freaking annoying. Orange? Okay, yeah, I think orange would look nice if I can sew it on. I mean, I guess I can just glue it, but like it just doesn't look as real. I'm annoyed because like I know that I saw it a couple of days ago, the bag with my sewing stuff in it. But I'm trying to remember where that was. Let me just go get the felt and then we'll worry about that. I'll look in my crochet bag, but I'm pretty sure I have like everything else in here. Yeah, because I emptied this out the other day. Yeah, not in here. Damn it. I always forget that I have this little strawberry shortcake hand sanitizer. Look how cute it is. And it smells like You guys remember the old strawberry shortcake stuff from like the early 2000s? That had like that slight scent of strawberries, like the VHS tapes, the toys, the books, like they had that very small scent of like strawberries. That's what this smells like. It smells like my old strawberry shortcake toy from when I was a kid. My grandma got it for me. I don't even know where she got it. Okay, here's my felt. I know my grandma got it for me. I have no idea where she got it from. If I did, I would tell you. Honestly, my grandma always shops at like really, really cheap. No! A bunch of stitches just got pulled out. My grandma shops at really, really cheap places like Five Below, Dollar Tree, Ross, like those types of places. So honestly, she probably got it from one of there. Sometimes she goes to like thrift stores and she'll find the most like Y2K thing you've ever seen in your life. And you're like, what? How did you get this? Okay, here's my container full of felt that I have had since I was 13. I've had this exact container. Honestly, a lot of this felt is probably from when I was 13 making felted foods. Let's see if I have any orange. I might not. I have every color but orange, it seems. I have this weird pink coral color. That might look nice. Or yellow. This smells old. Like some of this felt is like almost brand new. I used to make felt foods like crazy when I was a kid. Oh, here's orange. It's really neon orange though. Do we like that? I don't even know if I have any white in here to, yeah, I have a little bit of white. Okay. This container is actually so old. Okay. I know it's kind of hard to see because the lighting in here is really bad. I even have to shine my light on it to try to get it good. Okay. I have these three colors. Oh, that looks bad. Okay. These three colors for the eyeballs to go around the eyes. Okay, so Fugglers, let me show. Fugglers have this like around their eyes. Okay, so that's what we're trying to figure out the color for. I like this like dark coral pink color. It doesn't look... It looks worse on camera. I promise it's not this like red. It's more pink. We have yellow. And then we have orange, but it's a pretty bright orange. I think out of these three, the dark pink is probably... I mean, the orange doesn't look terrible, but... I don't know. I'll say no to the yellow. But it's either dark pink or orange. Looking in the natural light, I think that they both look nice, but I think maybe the dark pink coral color would look the best, because I think the yellow is just a little too bright. I think I'm gonna do the dark pink. And then I'm gonna take my fabric scissors and I'm just gonna cut a circle a little bit wider than the eyes of the Fuggler, which I think I might use a marker to kind of like how these cut like way too well. I bought new fabric scissors from the dollar store and they cut like butter. Put this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna cut a slit in the middle of it. To look like this. Yes! Oh my god. Look. That's perfect. It's like the perfect, like, I am high look. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna cut another one. Okay, but to try to make the slit look the same in the other one, because I feel like I did really good in the first one. Yep, that looks pretty good. Just gotta make it a little bit wider. I feel like that looks pretty good. I think I'm just gonna glue it. It looks a little too real. And then, okay. I want to kind of cut out a mouth of sorts that the teeth will be like felted into, if that makes sense. Because they have mouths, And I don't want to just put teeth coming out of nothing. Like it needs to come out of a mouth. So maybe if I use the same color to just like cut I feel like it's gonna kind of look like Domo. Like maybe if I glue or felt like this in, then I can felt the teeth into it. Put one at the top and one at the bottom to make it kind of look like a mouth. Maybe I can make it look like it's frowning. I'm just looking at pictures of Fugglers and trying to like mimic. It looks kind of crazy right now, but it's gonna be like needle felted into it, so it's going to look like it's going inside of it a little bit more. And then I'm gonna put the teeth at the top of it. So it's gonna kind of cover all of that. Okay, it's kind of hard to see the vision. It looks like he just has a mustache, but this is what we're working with. So I'll glue those on after. But first, I need to stuff this with fiber fill, which luckily I have behind me. Make sure. Okay, we're gonna stuff him pretty full. And then I need to make the arms too. He's so cute. I say he, but it's probably gonna be a she. I gotta figure out what to name her after I'm done. She kind of looks like the Nightcrawler. What's that monster called? The Fresno Nightcrawler or whatever. She kind of looks like the Nightcrawler. Okay, I'm trying to stuff it enough where it's not like... I feel like that's a good amount. Okay. Now I could do sewing here instead of like stitching it together, but it's always just been easier for me to single crochet together instead of sewing. Is it back loop, front loop, or front loop, back? It's front loop, back loop. Front loop, back loop. Maybe I should do a single crochet. Because then it's going to start forming kind of an ear, and then I'm going to like sew it to make it look better too. It'd probably take less time to sew it, honestly, but I just hate like finishing off a project when you can just sew it, like when you could just crochet it closed. Sorry, I know I'm really quiet for this, but I have to... I'm trying to focus. Thank you. I feel like it already looks like super cute. Like if I just stopped here, like whatever this is really cute. Yeah. I don't really know how my brain does it either. That's what's crazy about like just learning something for so long, is that you don't even realize like how good you are at it until like somebody mentions it. And you're like, oh wait, yeah. Like when people knit, for example, like when people knit, I don't know how they knit. Like I really don't. I've tried to learn how to knit and like I kind of got the hang of it, but not enough to like make a whole project or anything. And like watching people just make something out of just like 2 sticks like that, I'm like, what? Hi, Twyla.
Hi. You say hi?
A kitty actually came to say hi.
She doesn't really like being held, but... Kitty meow meow. Kitty meow meow.
Ow, don't claw me. I'm wearing thin pants, ma'am. Let's not rub on scissors. She might just sit in my lap, I don't know. Yep. She just rubbed on the microphone. I don't know if y'all heard that. Yes? Please don't fall because it's gonna hurt me really bad. Oh my god. Okay, she's just rubbing on the mic. Oh. Can you hear it? Can you hear her purring? I didn't know if you guys could hear it or not. Okay, she just sat down on my leg, so my leg is gonna go asleep. She's swishing her tail. I wish I could put the camera far down enough so you guys could see her, but... Okay. I slip stitched it all the way across. So you see how it kind of made like ears itself? I'm also gonna kind of sew it to make it more defined. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knot it. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is go over like 5 stitches maybe. And then go all the way down to the bottom of the project and pull down, and that will make like the ear. Like that. See the difference between the two? This one's like more defined. And then I could also put like a piece of felt right there like the other Fugglers look like, but I guess I should have done the other side before I went all the way down here, but it's fine. And I'm gonna go all the way back up into the other corner. Dang it. Okay. Okay, and then do the same thing in the other corner. Tips and tricks, guys. Tips and tricks. Okay. And then go to the other corner. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. Do I still practice witchcraft? I do, more just tarot cards. I just unfortunately don't really have like much space here for that, and I also don't really light incense too much just because my cat has asthma. So I do, just I don't talk about it. Oh yay, that was pretty fast. My stomach is making noises. Okay. Alright, here's my little monster. Probably could have stuffed him a little bit more, but I kind of like the way it's like a little thin at the top, so I actually kind of like that. Okay, here's the body. The ears are pointed. This one's a little bit more pointed than the other one, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a little ugly monster, so it's gonna be ugly anyways. And then it's gonna kind of be cinched in a little bit here too, because I have to put the arms in. Because I think all Fugglers have arms, so. I have to figure out how big I want the arms to be. So it's gonna be kind of like this. Yeah, she's really that girl, isn't she? If only she had sparkly eyes, but I didn't have big enough sparkly eyes. Okay, let me do the arms now. I think I'm gonna do magic ring. And then make it smaller than the legs. So for the legs I did 6 single crochets, so for the arms I'll probably do 4 single crochets. And then increase at the first row after that and see how big it is. Okay, let's put our little monster right here. I gotta do this twice too because I have to do both arms. Okay, yeah. Hi, Amanda. And then increase. To make 8 around. Oh my god, this is so tiny. That's so funny that you say that, because earlier I was like, is it still snowing at places? Because like it's so hot here. Okay, the increase is like kind of small, so I feel like I need to increase a couple more rows. So single crochet, increase around, which means we'll have 12 stitches. The stitches are so tight, it's really hard to get the needle through. I feel like every single time I talk in like crochet talk, it just sounds like really dirty. Where do you live? Like, where is it snowing that crazy? My speaker randomly keeps like picking up on the music that you guys hear, because normally I can hear the same music that you guys hear in the background, but randomly when I started streaming a couple weeks ago, the music just stopped playing on my end, but you guys can still hear it. So every once in a while it'll just pick up on that music and the speaker will like make a weird noise and then it goes away again. So I don't know like if it's like a problem with Streamlabs or something. That's why when I get donations I kind of like jump back because I can't hear anything until like that donation comes up and I'm like, whoa. Okay, yeah, another person said they lived in Canada and it was still snowing too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah. And then increase again. So single crochet in 2, increase, which means 16 stitches will be around. I'm kind of just saying the pattern out loud, so it's gonna be a video anyway, like a free video on YouTube. So it's not like I'm really hiding the pattern, but I am gonna do a paid version on Etsy because I'm trying to get my coin, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to make another one of these after I finish this one. Probably gonna make a purple one. YouTube never notifies anybody. SMH. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perfect. Okay. I feel like I should... Yeah. Increase maybe 1 or 2 more times. Or do a back loop row. Actually, that's a pretty good size. Because then if I do a back loop row, then it'll be like 1 tiny size bigger. So back loop only. And that'll still be 16. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then, I think I'm just gonna do single crochets for a couple rows. Maybe three rows. Just to make it, the arms a little bit longer. But I think that'll be good. A good size for the arms. Hi, Petra. See if Spectra will come to me so you guys can see her too. I feel like the cats never show up during my live streams. Come here. Come here. Oh, she's a lot heavier. And she also will bite me, but... Look at the camera. She's purring too. She's the one with asthma. I don't know if you guys could hear her purring, but I feel like if you heard Twyla's, you'd be able to hear hers because Spectra purrs way louder. I need to get my row counter out because I'm gonna forget. I have a package from Overtone that came today. I haven't opened it yet. I've been, of course I love Arctic Fox. Like, I use Arctic Fox pretty much every time I dye my hair, but I do like Overtone as well because they make really good, like, conditioning treatments with color in them. So you can just like put it on your head for like 10 minutes while you're in the shower. And then wash your hair afterwards. And that stuff dyes your hair so intensely. Like the first time I ever used an overtone deep conditioner, I was not expecting it to be that pigmented, and it dyed the crap out of my hair and also the shower. I was like, whoa. Like I was expecting it to just be like a conditioner with like a little bit of product in it to like revive your colored hair, make it look a little bit more pigmented. No, that sucker just dyed my whole head like dark purple, bro. Like it was so intensely purple that like my hands were purple for days. "36 times? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, about 2 more rows I think would be good for the arms. I've been seeing a lot of people online talking about like how much money they make from like making content on Facebook now. Have y'all been seeing that? I'm thinking about making like a Facebook like business account where I post my like dog grooming stuff and seeing like how it performs, because I saw like this dog groomer, like they post the same content on Facebook that they post on like all of the other socials, and they make like bank just from Facebook. I'm like, I didn't even know you can make money from Facebook. But like Instagram and Facebook is like connected together anyway through that meta or whatever, so like it's not gonna be that hard to connect the two. Because like I feel like people, like old people on Facebook, love animal videos. So I feel like if I posted my animal videos on Facebook, it might do well. I mean, I don't know. It might. I feel like I could do some more videos on my snake, but like my dad's office is so little that when I have to do anything with my snake, I literally cannot move. Like it's the front doors to her enclosure are practically like touching my dad's desk. So when I want to feed her or I want to give her water and like spray down the enclosure and stuff every day, I have to like squeeze my body in between a desk and her enclosure. So it's like really hard to really film any like fun content, mainly because my dad's in there. And also I can't like get a nice view of the enclosure either, which sucks, but okay. I think this is a good arm. I think this is a good, I don't want to make the arms too big. I basically just did the same thing that I did with the legs, I just made it smaller. So I think I'm gonna stuff this. It kind of looks like a little... And then sew that on to the side. Just put a little tiny bit of stuffing. Doesn't need a lot, just a little tiny bit. I also need to feed my dogs too, because they're over there like acting like they're starving. Okay. I feel like you guys can kind of get the idea of like how the final result's gonna look like, but you're not gonna see the final result until I post the pattern, because I want it to be a bit of a surprise. but y'all see the vibe that we're going for? I'm gonna finish this today, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and end this live stream because I need to feed the dogs, and I'm home alone, so I also need to feed the other animals too. I'm feeding my snake her rat tonight too, so I'm just feeding everyone. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream today. Make sure to follow my Instagram account if you want to see the final result of the Fuggler before I show it on YouTube, because it's probably going to be a couple weeks before I show it on YouTube. My shop Instagram is alyssanicole.designs. If you want to follow it to see the final result, and I'll probably share it on my main Instagram too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me as always. I enjoyed it, and I will see you guys hopefully next Wednesday for my weekly live stream. Yeah, so bye everyone.